He owes us money for free tickets to games a long time. So the best thing to do there is going to be, for one, whenever the school puts out their game day stuff, it'll have a link on there if we're going to be at that game. But also, we will be posting our schedule right here. So we couldn't do. So I do know in Queen City, first football game, we're going to be on the roof outside. And that'll probably be what happens at most of the away games. They don't even have a spot no press box for their own. All they've got a press box for main wing. The middle wing is for cameras, home coaches, or road coaches. That's it. So you need help getting robot?
I know I have not gone yet. Maybe.
I mean, I've been sad. I tried to hold it in and not approach you until now. So. You doing a Sam's? Okay, I may have to borrow your Sam's. Well, it's been those money for it.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Grace Game Day, the official broadcast partner of Grace Cougar Athletics. We are live in the gym on the All Saints campus tonight, right here in Tyler, Texas. And we are about to see some volleyball action, varsity teams playing in just a moment, where here at All Saints, they are hosting your Grace Lady Cougars. I'm Preston Proctor, And with me is Josh McElhaney, and we are so glad to be bringing you the action tonight. Josh, one thing that is good to be said right now is we are not outside in the heat and humidity. We are sitting in an air-conditioned gym.
Absolutely, absolutely. On the way here, I saw some middle school kids having football practice. I looked down at the dash. It said 103 degrees, which I know the car is not always accurate, but I said, thank God I'm going inside an AC.
I can guarantee you that 103 today is more accurate than we would like to admit.
I'm telling you.
That is one thing I feel certain of.
Well, we have AC, but it is fiery in here as the JV team got a victory moments ago.
And here we go, the national anthem with no announcement. Here we go. There we go. Always fitting to take a moment and honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And we are just about set now to get some varsity volleyball underway. We're going to run through the starting lineup for your Grace Lady Cougars. Starting tonight, number 2, J.C. Whiston, sophomore. Number 3, Julia Feliciano, a senior. Number 4, senior Lexi Clark. Number 6, sophomore Ava Green. Number 14, Elizabeth Rath, sophomore. I'm sorry, these are the substitutes. My apologies. Number 15, Aubriana Morales. So that is going to be your substitutes tonight. Our starters for the Lady Cougars, number 5, Brooklyn Gaudier, the senior. Number 7, Lily Kennedy, the junior. Number 8, senior Jules Patterson. Number 11, senior Parker Estes. Number 18, freshman Danny Bryan. And number 25, junior Macy Loftus. That is your starters tonight for the Grace Lady Cougars. Gaudier, Kennedy, Patterson, Estes, Bryan, and Loftus. And we are set and ready to get underway. And I do apologize, we do not have a lineup for All Saints. So when we call them just simply by their jersey numbers, we don't mean any disrespect by that. We just simply do not have their names. Bryan sends it over. All Saints with the return. Nice dig there. Macy Loftus tapped over the net. Got a nice opening volley, and that is going to be too much on that one. And Grace is going to score first, 1-0 here in the first set.
Just how we drew it up. What did it say there, Preston? Just a little bit too much mustard?
Just a little bit too much mustard. And that is going to be Parker Estes with the serve there for Grace. Nice block right at the net. Lexi Clark and Brooklyn Gaudier combining there for the block. And Estes will step back to serve again. Grace up 2-0 early in the first set. That dig goes all the way over, quickly tapped back. All Saints recovers. They'll have to just send it right into the net. Grace is going to score another one, 3-0 now. Josh, a nice start to this first set for Grace.
Yeah, you really can't draw it up much better. Up to a 3-0 lead. Let's build some momentum here.
Estes with a nice serve headed toward the sideline.
That was a missile.
Tipped at the net.
There you go.
And Gaudier is going to score. And it is now 4-0. And that serve, she went back for the same spot, Josh, but just a little bit too far out to the side.
Hoping to get it right inside that line, but a little bit too far.
But that's a nice start for Grace, and now all Saints will
nice.
serve. A little bit too much on it there. That was Lexi Clark, the senior. They put it in the air for Bryan. Nice delivery there. Pins them up in the net. They just have to hit it over. Lexi Clark right
There
into
you
the
go.
middle of the floor.
That was a perfectly placed spike right there.
Gaudier to serve, and she's going to send it too far into the paint, but we're not playing basketball. 5-3, Grace leading early. Nice return by
There
Estes.
you go.
And it finds an empty spot. That looked like it was possibly going to go out, but when it's close like that, you just got to go after it. She did, and what a nice return.
Yeah, paid off.
Danny Bryan with a rocket. And that's going to be another point for Grace.
Yeah, they're putting some heat on that ball.
Josh, Danny Bryan's a freshman. I feel like we'll be talking about her for a little while now.
Oh, absolutely. That was close.
That was really close. I would like a video review.
Yeah, we need to put another camera down there on the line. We'll be our own referees.
Give Coach Zavala a red flag over there. It's a nice set. Clark goes with a soft touch and finesses it right over for another point.
Good rhythm here to start this game.
All Saints in trouble. Just has to get it over. It's be a nice set there, and she delivers.
Ooh.
The sophomore, J.C. Whiston.
What a shot.
With a seeing eye spike into the corner. Oh, they did call that. There's a little bit of
I missed that call.
misgivings at the net. Nice return there by number 2 for All Saints. Looking for Whiston again. Soft touch over the net. Danny Bryan from middle of the floor, too far. Some great action here early in this first set. Ooh, a little bit of a miscommunication. Whiston able to get it over.
Yeah, way to save that.
Set for Bryan in the middle of the floor. Nice block.
There you go.
But we're going to call into the net there, and it's going to make it a 1-point game, 8-7.
Great effort.
Gaudier to Estes. Now Bryan will send it over. Estes, Loftus, Kennedy. A little bit of miscommunication for All Saints, but they recovered quickly. Nice block at the net. Kennedy and Loftus. Sounds like a law firm.
Yeah,
Got the firm of Kennedy and Loftus there at the net.
And you have been served. Here's our cheesy line of the day.
There we go. We're always good for at least one.
Yeah, probably more than one.
Knowing us, yes. Into the net, a little bit of trouble there, and it's going to result in a point for All Saints.
That's a tough placement.
I do want to say thank you again to all of you for joining in Grace Game Day in its inaugural season at Grace Community School. We're so excited to be here and bringing you the action. Estes. And a perfectly placed spike by J.C. Whiston.
Yeah, she put that right where it needed to be.
Right in no man's land. And so now Whiston will go.
Should it be no girls' land?
No girls' land.
There's the second one.
Whiston with the serve. Loftus puts it in the air. Bryan spikes. And that goes into the net. Grace comes away with the point, 11-8. And Whiston will serve again. Nice serve. Took him all the way to the back line. Diving effort by Bryan. Brilliant play by Bryan just to keep it alive. Now Gaudier with the spike. Nice dig by All Saints. And a little bit of a fight at the net, and All Saints prevails.
Tough break. But what a great save just a few seconds ago.
Freshman Danny Bryan fully extended to the floor.
Yeah, that athleticism on full display.
Number 7 serving for All Saints. Nice dig by Estes. Bryan with the spike, and it's in.
Ooh.
What a dart.
If it was football, we'd say what a dime.
Yes, we would.
We have to learn what that means in volleyball. Dart may be the right word.
Estes to serve for Grace. Nice dig. Loftus puts it in the air. It'll be Estes to send it over. Loftus to Estes. Now Gaudier with spike. Nice rally going here by both sides.
There
and
you
All
go.
Saints puts one in the net. It's going to be a point for Grace. And they extend their lead to 4. We've got a timeout here. We're going to take it with them. We'll be back with Grace Game Day right after this. Welcome back to Grace Game Day, bringing you varsity volleyball action. We're live at the gym on All Saints campus. The Lady Cougars have a 13-9 lead here in the first set. Estes to serve. Ooh, that was a really nice spike.
Yeah, that one had some heat on it.
Got to tip your cap to the All Saints player there. I believe it was number 9. Number 10, I apologize.
Yeah, we saw her in warm-ups. She had some heat on those.
She put it on display right there.
Absolutely.
So now All Saints will serve. Danny Bryan, nice block at the net by All Saints. Now Estes is going to set it up to Bryan again. Blocked at the net, and that's going to be a point for Grace. Nice play by Lexi Clark.
Yeah, absolutely. What a great job.
Now Brooklyn Gaudier to serve. They finesse that one over. Set for Bryan. She finesses it back over. Estes with an over-the-shoulder return there, and Bryan with the heater. Ooh. Nice dig by number 2 for All Saints. Gaudier goes down to a knee to get that one. Bryan, soft touch over the net.
What a beautiful shot that was.
15-10, Grace leads. Gaudier with the serve. Nice dig by Gaudier.
Ooh. Tough break.
And that was Jules Patterson, the senior, not able to get it over the net. (15-11), Grace leads. Still in the first set tonight. And Clark's going to send that one too far. It's 15-12. Still serving for All Saints, number 2. And that one nicks the net going over.
Yeah, that one caused all kinds of confusion.
Yep, that one nicked the net going over, and I think it changed that flight just enough that Gaudier wasn't able to handle it. Oh, that serve went off of Estes, and then it caught Patterson right in the nose. 15-14, and we've got a timeout here. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Grace Game Day. Grace leading this first set 15-14. All Saints is on a 4-0 run right now. Number 2 serving for the Trojans. Blocked at the net. Clark with a nice. Oh, they're going to give that point. They're giving that point to All Saints. Loftus getting some clarification, relays it to Coach Zavala, and we're ready to return to the action. We're knotted up at 15. Clark. And that's going to be a point for Grace to regain the lead. Grace had jumped out to an early lead, and over the period of time there in the last couple of minutes, it evaporated, Josh, but
Yeah.
back up by one and getting to serve now. Danny Bryan, the freshman, to serve. And a dart.
Yeah. Great serve.
The girl sends it like a missile.
Yeah.
Blocked at the net. Once again, the firm of Loftus and Clark. We're ready to return to the action now. Grace with a 18-15 lead here in the first set. Danny Bryan serving. All Saints sends it over. It's going to be Clark to Loftus, back to Clark. Finesse over the net. And luck of the band of the top of the net there for All Saints.
Yeah, that's just a tough break.
There's nothing you can do about that one.
It just dives right there and falls right in front of you.
(18-16) the lead here for Grace. And Gaudier not able to get that where it needs to go, and we're back to a one-point game. 18-17 here in the first set. Number 10 for All Saints is serving. Josh, she's the one that's delivered a couple of ferocious spikes. Estes, and that's a quick over the net there for Loftus. Now Loftus sets it for Clark, high into the gym. And Estes and Bryan with a little miscommunication back there. And we're tied again now at 18.
Man, possibly may have thought that was going out, but just right on the line.
Nice dig by Gaudier. Sets it for Clark. Blocked at the net by Whiston. And we'll continue here. And that is going to now give All Saints their first lead of the set.
Yeah, momentum has shifted.
Nice shot
There
by
you go.
Whiston there. I don't know if you can call that a shot or not, but it was really good, Josh.
Perfectly timed. That's one way to get the momentum back on your side. Let's get a little run going here.
That's going to send senior Julia Feliciano to serve. Way to dig that one out, Feliciano. She'll send it back over. Loftus sets it for Whiston, and a missile off the right hand. Grace regains the lead. That was smoking right there. Going to tie this game up. I believe that was number 9, Josh, for All Saints. She sent that to the corner with some RPMs behind it.
Yeah.
Now number 3 for All Saints to serve. All tied up at 20 here in the first set.
Oh.
This is where we really need video review, Josh. I think that was closer than the first one.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that one.
Looked like he had to think about it for a second, too. Loftus sets for Whiston, blocked at the net, and that's going to give the point to Grace. They went under the net there. Junior Macy Loftus to serve now for Grace. Left-handed serve. Set by number 10. Estes is going to set that one up for Whiston.
Oh, yes.
A nice spike there.
That one had some attitude on it.
Yes, it did. Loftus to serve again. Nice dig by Gaudier. Set up for Whiston. Finds an empty spot on the floor and just drills it.
A couple of great shots in a row.
Going to get a substitution here for All Saints. Loftus awaiting the opportunity to serve again. Very difficult return there by number 8. Put it in a spot where none of her teammates could get to it.
Yeah, kind of a dead ball off her arms right there.
And now Grace is looking to close out the first set. And they do just that.
Good job.
That was a solid first set there for the Lady Cougars as they jumped out to an early lead, Josh. Then it got really tight. They kind of pulled away again.
Then it
got tied up again, and they worked through the adversity and end up taking that first set 25-21. So we'll be back right after this for the start of the second set. Bro, we're bouncing back and forth on, let's see. Yep. Welcome back to Grace Game Day. We are bringing you the action. Grace takes the first set by the score of 25-21. I'm Preston Proctor. With me is Josh McElhaney. We're so excited to be bringing you Grace Cougar Athletics this school year. Your front row seat to Grace Athletics, Grace Game Day.
Absolutely. And for the lack of sounding punny, that first set really was back and forth.
You know, worse things could be said. You know, it's just a back-and-forth game. Somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to lose. And so thankfully set one goes to Grace. And now we're going to be, in just a moment, about a minute now, they're going to be returning to the court to get ready for set number 2. I will say this. Thank you all for tuning in. If you are interested if you have a business that you would like to advertise on Grace Game Day, we would love to hear from you. And so if you would just reach out to us on Facebook, I'm Preston Proctor, Josh McElhaney with me. You can also find our production company on Facebook. It is PM Game Day Nation. And so if you're interested in advertising your business, we would love to hear from you. And we're ready for the action now. Set number 2 is about to be underway. Josh, I believe, just by looking at this, it appears that Grace has more volleyball players on their varsity team.
By just a couple.
Just a couple or 5 or 6.
It looks like a lot more than that on this camera.
Nice serve there by Grace to start us off here. What a block, but it goes out of bounds. That was a really great block by Danny Bryan, just didn't land in the right spot. Number 7 serving for All Saints. Estes puts it in the air. Loftus sets it up for Bryan. Nice spike. And a little finesse spike. Bryan puts that in the air. Loftus sets it. Here comes Gaudier. And she finds the right spot, and we are tied at 1. It's going to be Estes now serving for Grace. Loftus. Gaudier sends it. All Saints setting it up for number 10. And she puts that right where it needed to go. Josh, she went up with the left hand on that one and just slapped it right over there to the empty spot in the floor.
And I was expecting a lot of heat on that one, and she just kind of just touched it over the net.
Yeah, great awareness by number 10 for All Saints there. All Saints leads 2-1. Loftus setting it for Bryan. Here she comes, and she returns the favor.
There
with
you
the
go.
Finesse shot over the net. Bryan, Loftus, then Clark. Nice dig by number 2, but it's going to go out of bounds. And Grace now takes the lead early in set number 2. That will send Brooklyn Gaudier to serve for Grace. All Saints going the wrong way. And it's off the basketball goal that's elevated here. And that's going to be a point for Grace, 4-2. Josh, that all started when Gaudier sent that serve whistling across, and number 2 for All Saints was not able to get it going the right direction.
Yep.
Now she'll send it over. Estes calls it.
Ooh.
And we're going to get a point for Grace here as All Saints went in the net.
And we will take that one.
Take it however you can get it, Josh. Points are points.
Absolutely.
A little bit of a Grace student section in the house tonight announcing that you can't do that, Josh. Gaudier serves. It's going to be set to number 9. She has to go backwards to get to it. Now we're set for Bryan. Here it is. Sent high toward the net. Blocked by Lexi Clark. Point for Grace. And the Grace lead has ballooned to 6 now as Gaudier sends another serve over the net. Bryan with another one. And there's Lexi Clark patrolling the net.
My word.
Great play there. And we get a timeout. We want to take this time and say thank you to some of our sponsors. I want to say, first of all, a big thank you to Hope Church in White House for sponsoring Grace Game Day. We appreciate that so much. Also, in White House, an all-state office there is run by Monette Taylor. She is a sponsor for Grace Game Day. We are so thankful for her. If you have insurance needs, you'd like somebody to review your policy, give Monette Taylor a call. Go by and see her right there on Highway 110 in White House, and she will take a look, and she'll be honest with you. If you've got something that's good, she'll tell you. If she can beat it and help you, she'll tell you. 7-2. Grace with a 5-point lead here. Gaudier will continue to serve. Number 10 sets it. Here comes number 9. Bryan gets it in the air. Dug out by Patterson, but they're not able to get it over the net. And that serve is not going to clear the net. Number 2 for All Saints, who's been a solid player tonight, and she definitely was not pleased with herself on that one.
No. That's got to be frustrating.
And that's going to send freshman Danny Bryan to serve for Grace. And she drills one. Number 2 not able to handle it, and it goes out of the back of their zone there. Nine to 3. Largest lead of the set for Grace. And it lands.
Good job.
Estes to Loftus. Largest lead for Grace here at 7 now. Josh, those Danny Bryan serves, they just seem like they're hard to handle.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I would not want to be standing on the other side of the net.
I would need football gear. Shoulder pads, helmet.
Maybe we can talk to Coach Russell. That'll be a football punishment. You got to stand on the other side of Danny's serves.
That's a great job by Gaudier there.
Oh.
That point will go to All Saints.
Just outside.
Yeah, I think I've determined if I was going to be on the receiving end of a Danny Bryan serve, I need a football helmet and shoulder pads and all that stuff. Loftus sets it. Whiston. It's going to be Bryan retrieving it in the back of the zone. And now they just have to try to get it over. They do. Here comes Gaudier. Loftus sends it over. And we're in the net. It's going to go to All Saints. I didn't see that one, Josh.
I'll be honest, I didn't either.
The officials, I'll say they've got a better vantage point than me, sort of. Gaudier. Loftus will set it. Whiston, and it's not going to clear the net. I think it was going to be blocked either way, Josh. That All Saints volleyball player was right there.
There was a wall on that one.
Nice dig by Estes. And a nice dig by Bryan.
Oh.
Number 7 for All Saints.
Just in that dead spot.
That is one of the tough things about it, Josh. You think that one's fixing to come whistling at you, and then they tap a knuckleball over to you.
Floats in there.
Blocked at the net. Estes. All Saints looking to kind of reset a little bit there. Now Bryan digs that one. Clark.
Oh, yeah.
Great shot with a spike over the net there. Feliciano checks back in for Grace. Loftus sends it over. Nice spike, but Feliciano there to handle it. And then a perfectly placed spike by J.C. Whiston, the sophomore.
Yeah, you can't really plan that one any more perfect.
Nice block at the net twice, but it's going to go out of bounds.
Again, just floats over the line.
(12 to 8). Grace leads set number 2. And that serve is not going to get over the net. 13 to 8.
And I'll go ahead and credit our student section for that one.
Yeah, they're making some noise on some of those random serves. Macy Loftus with the left-handed serve, and now All Saints are going to have to just get it over, and they do. Wow. Nicely done by number 7. Loftus sets it. Here comes Whiston. Number 7 again. Estes with a diving dig, but nobody was able to get to it. Great hustle by Estes there, going all out to get to that one.
Yeah, I didn't see who that was on the All Saints side who saved that. Was able to keep that play going, but that was it was kind of in no man's land. Ball going the wrong direction and able to get it across, and it pays off.
That was out of bounds on the basketball court, Josh.
They're almost in the bleachers on that one.
Number 4 serving for All Saints, and that's going to be a point. Some miscommunication there as All Saints walks away with that point. Whiston and Loftus were both in the area, and I think they both thought that the other one was going to get it.
Yeah.
That's Kennedy. And now back to Kennedy, and another point for All Saints. So very similar, Josh, to the first set. I feel like we've seen this story before. I just hope this one has the same last chapter.
Yeah, Grace gets out to a big lead, and All Saints comes storming back. See if they can stop the bleeding here.
Bryan to Loftus. Whiston sends it over. Loftus to Whiston from the other side, and that's how you do it.
Great shot.
That'll send Whiston back to serve. J.C. Whiston, a sophomore for the Grace Lady Cougars. Great serve there. That's going to be a point for Grace. Number 2 had to dive to dig that one out, and that resulted in it going over the net and out of bounds. Love to see him rattle off 10 straight here, Josh.
Yeah, let's build some momentum.
Let's go. And, well, we'll do it next time.
We spoke too soon. We might have jinxed that one.
We'll do it next time. My apologies to JC. It was all my fault. I shouldn't have said anything about a 10-0 run. Can't get greedy, can we, Josh?
No, we should know better. That old announcer's jinx.
Number 7 for All Saints to serve here. Estes is going to put it in the air. Loftus sets it. Danny Bryan just out.
Man, I thought that was going to drop in there.
Yeah, that looked good. I want to thank you for tuning in to Grace Game Day tonight. Estes puts it in the air. Collision there as Gaudier is going to send it over. Set to number 10. Nice play by Estes there. And Loftus went into the net, so that point's going to go to All Saints. 15-14. And we're going to get a timeout here. We want to take a moment now and just tell you thank you for tuning in. My name is Preston Proctor. With me is Josh McElhaney. And we are so excited to be your front row seat to Grace Cougar Athletics this school year. And we're going to be bringing you a lot of volleyball action. We're going to bringing you all of the football action, a really large assortment of boys and girls basketball games, a large assortment of boys and girls soccer, baseball, softball. We're going to try to get a little tennis in there. And so we're going to be busy bringing you the action. And we can't wait to get to know you. We're really looking forward to getting to know the parents of these athletes, the fans, and we're just going to have a great time together.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be such a fun year. If you see us set up, stop by, say hi.
Absolutely. We've already had a couple of people tonight stop by the booth and introduce themselves to us, and we love that. We appreciate that. So when you're around and you see us, say hello. Number 7 sends off the serve for All Saints. Loftus setting it to Bryan. Blocked at the net. Bryan with a nice play to keep it alive. And now Bryan blocked again. She goes down to the floor to send it back. And we'll kind of get set here. Clark sends it over. All Saints is able to return. Now Estes is going to be set. And here comes Gaudier. Nice spike. Handled by All Saints. And that one just kind of ate Bryan up. She was in that spot where she had peaked on her jump and was starting to go back to the floor. And
that ball just kind of floated in there and died.
Yeah, it was a tough one. Nice dig there by Patterson. Set for Gaudier. Finesses it.
Good job.
Great play. Brooklyn Gaudier. And now Estes will serve. And an ace.
Wow.
Very nicely placed there by Estes.
Yeah, All Saints assumed that was going out, and it hit right in where it needed to be.
Number 10, spike doesn't get over the net. 18-15 now is the score. Grace trying to open that lead back up again.
Yeah, create a little breathing room here.
You'd love to be able to take this second set, Josh, and put all the pressure on All Saints.
Yeah.
I don't think they knew where that was, Josh.
Nope.
Number 8 looked kind of lost there for a second for All Saints. And we're going to get a timeout here. We're going to take it with them. We'll be back right after this. Grace leading 19-15 in set number 2. Welcome back to Grace Game Day. I want to say thank you to Hope Church for sponsoring Grace Game Day this year. Hope Church in White House, the church that I'm privileged to be the lead pastor of. So thankful for their support on this endeavor. Estes to serve and just, Josh, it looked like a curveball coming in.
Yeah.
Or a slider because it had some heat on it. And number 2 for All Saints went to get it, and it just, she was not able to send it in the right direction.
No, that's a few times there. The ball's kind of gone the wrong way on All Saints.
And here comes Estes, and that's going to go out. It's a nice run by Grace there to get that lead back to 4. Now number 8 to serve for All Saints. Patterson digs it. Gaudier sends it over, but a nice play at the net there by All Saints. And it's 20-17.
And here we go again.
It's almost exactly like it was in the first set. Bryan to Estes. Now Bryan sends it. And
oh, my goodness.
Josh, that's an ankle breaker right there.
Yeah.
Number 8 for All Saints went for it and just gave away and went to the floor. That's like a crossover in basketball. Nicely placed serve for Gaudier, and now a finesse hit over. That's going to result in a point. Number 10 is a solid player, having a great night for All Saints.
Yeah, once again, just mixing up the types of spikes. It's going to be 100 miles an hour. Is it going to be 3 miles an hour? Just kind of keeping them on their toes. Hard to gauge.
Number 2 serves. Estes sends it. Clark puts it in the air. And Loftus sends it over. Nice dig by number 2. Here comes Clark. That's a
there
point.
There you go.
Nice point for Grace there. Lexi Clark with a left-handed slap. And that's going to send Danny Bryan to serve for Grace. 22-18 is the score. Oof. Bryan sends that one too far. 22-19. Number 10 now to serve for All Saints. Nice dig by Estes. Over the net. Are they going to call it? And they do. There we go.
I was wondering.
That one was an easy one.
Nobody wanted to make the call, but
the All Saints player will confer with the official and deliver that word back to the coach. And now back to the official.
I don't think they agree with the call.
Yeah, I got a dad here letting them know the rules. Tell them. 23-19. That'll be Feliciano. Loftus puts it up for Whiston.
Perfect.
What a play.
Perfect. Great opportunity here to really ratchet up the pressure on All Saints.
Feliciano to serve. Whiston. And it's in.
There it goes.
And that's it for set number 2. Great play there by Grace.
Great job.
We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back for the start of set number 3. Grace takes the first 2 sets from All Saints. We'll be back to Grace Game Day right after this. Well, we should hear something any minute. So.
Yeah, hopefully anytime soon. Stressful.
Hello?
This is Eddie Francis, Athletic Director at Grace Community School.
Yeah, Coach.
Just wanted to let you know that you're about to be a Grace Community Cougar.
Oh, man. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm so excited.
We're excited to have you and look forward to going to work.
Yes, sir. No, we can't wait to get to work. We're going to give it everything we've got. I promise. Thank you, Coach. We'll see you soon. Bro. Let's go.
Let's go.
We just completed the second set with Grace winning that one by the score of 25-19, and now we're set to move on to set number 3.
Clean sweep.
Hey, nothing wrong with taking a volleyball match in straight sets. Very similar, Josh, those first 2 sets, really. I mean, when you look at it, both of them had really the same narrative. You had Grace jumping out to a lead. All Saints battles back. It goes back and forth. It gets tied. Maybe All Saints jumps up by 1. Grace ties it again. Grace extends the lead a little bit. All Saints battles back again. And then at the end, Grace pulls away. And so we've got the first set with the final of 25-21, the second set with the final of 25-19. Very similar storylines.
Yeah, we'll see if that script holds true here in this third set. But whatever script it is, as long as it ends with Cougars' victory, we'll take it.
Yes, we will. All Saints will serve first. Number 7 back there for All Saints. And again, if you're just tuning in, we'll cover that here in just a second. Nice serve. Found a void in the floor and put it right there. We're not meaning any kind of disrespect by calling All Saints players by their jersey number and not their names. We did not get a roster before the game started, so that's what we're dealing with. All we have is their jersey numbers. Grace with some miscommunication there. Coach Zavala encouraging them in the way. Loftus is going to set that for Brian, and it's a nice return there. Brian knocks it right back over the net. Set to Gaudier. Number 10, and it's out.
Too much heat on that one.
Great job by Grace there to see the projection of that hit and allow it to go out. Estes now to serve. Puts it in a really great spot there. And that goes out, and we're tied at 2. And guys, by the way, we do keep the chat open here on the broadcast. That serve is going to go just out for Estes. We do keep the chat open during broadcasts, and we like to do that because we love the camaraderie that takes place when people start chatting in there. And at times we may even respond to things that are said in the chat. So and I don't think we'll have any kind of problem here as All Saints serves it there. Loftus sets it. Here comes Lexi Clark. Set for number 10. Watch out. Nice play by Grace. And that's going to be a point for All Saints. They lead 4-2 now. As I was saying, we love to leave the chat open, and I don't believe we'll ever have an issue here with the people watching as long as the chat is respected and as long as there's not any comments that shouldn't be made. We don't want to be disrespectful toward players, coaches, officials. And so as long as that is all in the clear, we will love to keep the chat open and hear from you guys. Nice placement there by Lexi Clark. It's 4-3. It's going to send Gaudier to serve for Grace. Set for number 10, and she finds the mark.
There it was again, that off-speed kind of misdirection.
Yeah, she's airborne, and you don't know what she's going to do. Just really, really solid volleyball player there for the Trojans. Number 4 to serve for All Saints. Gaudier to Loftus. Here comes Brian. That's high into the air. Now they just have to get it over. And watch out. Going out. There we go.
All set up by just the velocity of that spike.
Yes. And so freshman Danny Bryan goes from from spiking to serving. That's going to be a point for All Saints. What's up, Cohen? Let's give a shout out to Cohen. Cohen is my youngest son. He is in kindergarten at the lower campus. And if you have not had the privilege of meeting him yet, that boy is all in on the Grace Cougars and Grace game day. Nice little rally going here. Whiston sends it over. And we've got All Saints into the net, and the point goes to Grace. Makes it 6-5 as Grace now trails by 1. But, yeah, if you have not had the privilege of meeting Cohen yet, I'm just going to tell you, you might want to bring an energy drink when you meet him. And if you stick around, if you're around Grace for a while, I'm sure you'll hear his name called one day too, because he is going to play, according to him, he's going to play everything for the Grace Cougars. All Saints into the net again, and we are tied up at 6. Feliciano with a nice serve there. And now All Saints just have to send it over. There's Brian there. Loftus sets it. Here comes Kennedy.
Oh, yeah.
Perfectly placed.
Great shot. Let's see if Grace can follow the previous script and get some separation here.
Yeah, now Grace in front for the first time in this set. Grace took the first 2 sets. Nice spike there for All Saints. Ties it back up. Andrew, go Cougars. Where are you tuning in from, Andrew? All tied at 7 in set number 3. Number 3 serving for All Saints. Brian digs that out. But All Saints is there to block it at the net and regain the lead, 8-7.
Oh, this is going to be one of those sets, huh?
I mean, we already established this is a back and forth game, right?
Tis the nature of volleyball.
Fourth and back. And back and forth. And out. Tied again, 8-8. And that serve goes out. And that point's going to go to All Saints. Their lead is now 2. And we're going to get a timeout. And while we take that timeout, let's take a moment here. I want to say thank you to Mr. Harley at Harley's in Tyler, men's clothing. Guys, if you need a nice looking shirt, some nice pants, a sport coat, a suit, a tie, if you just need to look nice, I'd encourage you to go to Harley's.
That's the place to go.
Man, they've got a great selection of really good looking clothing for men over there. We want to thank them for sponsoring this year. We appreciate them so much. And then also want to say a big thank you to Scoop and Grind for sponsoring this year. Scoop and Grind is a coffee and ice cream shop that is really, I mean, Josh, right down the road from the upper campus. Take the spur down to 64 in Chapel Hill, turn left, and you will see them on the left with a red sign, Scoop and Grind. They serve coffee. They serve Bluebell ice cream, Tillamook ice cream. Just really, really good stuff. That serve there is an ace for number 2 for All Saints, and their lead is the largest lead they've had at 3.
See, I think they heard you talking about coffee and ice cream and kind of distracted them on that
They ready
last
to
play.
go, aren't they? That one nicks the net going over, but Grace is able to recover. Gaudier sends it over. And we are into the net. I don't know. They called it that Grace touched the net, so that point goes to All Saints. Josh, I believe they were saying that it was Macy Loftus, but I'm not sure. Gaudier sends it back over. And All Saints does a good job of just getting that one back over the net. Here comes Gaudier. Nice spike. And now All Saints is in the net.
There's nothing better than sitting in the stands with the fans calling the game.
Whiston with the serve there for Grace, and All Saints never really even makes a solid attempt to get it back over the net. It's 12-10.
Yeah, one of those, I got it, you got it, who got it?
Whiston with another nice serve. Set up for number 10. And off of the hands of Kennedy at the net, and it deflected it to the point that nobody else could get to it. (13-10), All Saints leading in this third set. Grace took the first 2 sets by a score of 25-21 and 25-19. Number 7 serving, Estes to Loftus to Danny Bryan, and it's out. And the lead is now 4 for All Saints. Bryan to Loftus. Gaudier sends it. Estes receives from number 10, and now here comes Bryan. A nice little volley going here. That just crept over the net. Bryan sends it back over. And All Saints is in the net. A couple of All Saints girls collided on that one right at the end. And that is going to send the senior, Parker Estes, to serve. Grace trailing by 3. Great serve.
Great job, just putting that where it's just impossible to get back.
Estes back to serve again. Grace is drawn to within 2. And she sends that one too far. 3-point game, third set. Get a substitution for All Saints as number 3 checks out. That serve nicks the net. Grace is not able to return it. Josh, I didn't think that was going to clear.
I didn't either.
As Grace is going to call a timeout here. We'll take it with them, and we'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Grace Game Day. Grace trailing this third set by 4. Number 8 to serve for Grace, and Jules Patterson has some trouble with that one, and All Saints has their largest lead of the night.
This seems to be following a reverse script from the first 2 sets, with Grace playing catch up most of the game. Or most of the set, rather.
Patterson to Estes. Now Gaudier is going to send it over. Set for number 9. Grace plays it nicely. Here comes Danny Bryan. Now number 10 for All Saints. High into the air. Estes sets it for Gaudier. Diving hit by number 2. They get tangled up over there, and All Saints does a great job getting that back over the net. Danny Bryan finds the empty spot. There it is. A much-needed point there for Grace. And that's going to send Brooklyn Gaudier, the senior, Clark to Loftus, back to Clark. Finds a great spot there. Back-to-back points for Grace, closes it to 3. Set to number 10. Estes is there to handle it. Here comes Danny Bryan, and she scores.
Just so under control.
A 3-0 run, and All Saints is going to take a timeout. I want to take a moment and thank another sponsor tonight. We want to thank Hager Law for sponsoring Grace Game Day. Hager Law deals in family law, and they've been around Tyler for a long time, and they have a history of being a supporter of students. And so we are so thankful and appreciative of Hager Law for sponsoring Grace Game Day this year. Big thank you to them. All right, we're back to the action. Grace has pulled to within 2. It is 17-15. It's a pivotal third set here as Grace took the first 2. Number 9 sends it over. Estes handles it. Set by Loftus. Clark will send it over. And now here comes All Saints. Nice play by Gaudier. Set for Bryan, and she finesses that one over. Handled nicely by All Saints. Number 10, and that went sideways off her hand, Josh. Just not able to get it over the net.
That's just one of those rare missed timings. She's been so solid all game long. Grace now within 1.
Gaudier serves. Number 10 sets it. 7 sends it. Handled by Estes. Here comes Danny Bryan again. Number 10, great play by Estes there. Now Danny Bryan, she's going to find the spot again.
Good.
Deflected at the net, and nobody could get to it. We're tied at 17. Now you can hear some energy shifting in the fans over here. Pressure's on. Gaudier serves. Grace handles it nicely. Here comes Danny Bryan. Finesses it over. Diving by number 7. And then that spike from number 10 is true for All Saints. She got the touchback on that one, Josh.
Yeah, she did.
So now number 4 will serve for All Saints. All Saints leading by 1. Estes is there. Loftus puts it up. Clark sends it over. Blocked at the net. Makes it 19-17. Bryan sends it over. Great placement there by Clark. Now Danny Bryan will serve.
See if we can get over the hump here. We got back, tied the game, gave up a couple more scores. Now we're back within 1.
With the potential to close it out.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Bryan to serve. And that is just as nice as it gets. Josh, that ball was just wobbling. That was like a knuckleball with heat on it. She goes right back to the same spot. Number 10 sets it. 9 sends it. Nice dig by Loftus. Now Estes is going to put it up. Loftus to Clark, and it's out. Ooh. Man, that was close.
Ooh.
20-19. Grace trailing by 1.
This one's a nail biter.
Josh just watching the way, and that's not going to clear. Ties it up. Josh just watching the way the Lady Cougars are high-fiving one another over here. They're not shaken by this moment. They're ready for it.
Oh, absolutely. And here we are, 2020. Chance to.
Julia Feliciano to serve. Number 10 is going to set it. Number 7 to spike. Blocked at the net. Blocked at the net again. Back to back. And now they're just going to send it over. Bryan puts it in the air. Loftus sets it. And here comes Gaudier going the wrong way. They're in trouble. And it's not going to get there. And now Grace regains the lead.
Finally over the hump and not at a better time.
Feliciano to serve again. 10 sets it. Number 7 sends it. Feliciano.
Oh, yes.
And the smoker comes from J.C. Whiston.
My goodness, that thing was whistling.
Timeout, All Saints.
That one was intense.
That had some English on it.
Man. English, mustard, smokeless.
You know,
A lot of analogies.
Josh, growing up being a Dallas Cowboys fan, and, you know, it's a curse today, but growing up being a Cowboys fan, I remember listening to Brad Sham on the radio when Troy Aikman would throw one of those slants over the middle. Sometimes Troy and Babe Laufenberg would say, that had blue smoke coming off of it. Josh, I'm here to tell you, that spike by J.C. Whiston, it had blue smoke coming off
Absolutely
of
had
it.
blue smoke coming off of that.
Grace up by 2, 22-20. Feliciano serves. Set by number 10. They try to finesse it over. Nice play by Gaudier. Here comes Whiston again,
There
and she
you
finds
go.
it.
Great poise by Grace in this set.
23-20. Feliciano serves. Set by number 10. Number 9 puts it in the middle. Feliciano is there. Kennedy is hit right back to her. Great play by Feliciano to keep it alive. Just right at the net. Kennedy is there.
Wow. Wow. Just, again, just great poise.
And we're at match point, Josh. 24-20. Feliciano still serving.
What a game.
Student section with one finger in the air to signify the importance of this one. Here comes number 9. And in the net.
That's it.
All Saints was in the net. And that's your final tonight. Grace wins in straight sets. 25-21, 25-19, 25-20. And what a great job by the Lady Cougars tonight.
Yeah, just unbelievable fight in that last set. Never getting discouraged, down by as many as 5-6 points. Fought back, took the lead, and, man, just really made a statement.
Yep, that was impressive. So a great night for Grace as they come into the gym here at All Saints, and they win this one in straight sets and just really showed a lot of teamwork and tenacity all night long. And so they are victorious, and it's a great night to be a Grace Cougar, Josh.
Absolutely. Fun night of volleyball.
Yeah, absolutely. So now we will look forward to Thursday night when Grace Game Day is going to be live from Jefferson.
Good old Jefferson.
For the final scrimmage for football. And then the regular season will be underway. And so we're looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. But we want to thank you for tuning in tonight. And we appreciate everybody for tuning in and making Grace Game Day part of your evening as we brought you varsity volleyball action. Grace Cougars are victorious in straight sets. And we will be looking forward to the next volleyball match as we bring you some action next week. And it's going to be a lot of fun, Josh.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight. I'm Preston Proctor, and with me is Josh McElhaney. We are your front row sport, or front row seat, excuse me.
There you go.
Let's get this right. We are your front row seat to Grace Cougars athletics. Thanks for tuning in to Grace Game Day. Until next time, so long, everybody.